Okay. Practice test 6 math calculator. Let's go back to this question. So over here we had 2x. Over here we had minus of minus 3x. So minus minus make positive 3x. Plus 3x plus 2x gives you 5x. Okay. Then you have minus 4. Then minus of minus 7 gives you plus 7. 7 plus negative 4 gives you positive 3. Giving us A. Okay. The graph above shows the positions of Paul and Mark during a race. Okay. Paul and Mark each ran at a constant rate. Mark was given a head start to shorten the distance he needed to run. Okay, Paul finished the race in 6 seconds. Mark finished the race in 10 seconds. According to the graph, Mark was given a head start of, we could see here. So we could see Paul started at 0, right? 0 yards right here. And then you see Mark, he starts all the way up here. So it seems he starts at 18 yards. That's his head start. He got a head start of 18 yards, and he still lost, believe it or not. Still lost. Poor guy. He had basically done a fourth of the race. Still lost. So yeah, that one's C. Next one, D. Snow fell and stopped for a time. Okay. When the snow began to fall again, it fell at a faster rate than initially. And then assuming none of the snow melted, which is the fall. Okay. So we know snow fell. So whenever snow falls, the accumulation should increase. So if we should start off with a straight line, and then it said it stopped. So we gotta stop. Okay. D is wrong. Then it said it fell at a faster rate. So the slope actually has to be, oh God. The slope has to be greater. Okay. So this is incorrect because it's decreasing. This is incorrect because this slope is greater than that slope. And finally, A is correct because this slope is smaller than this slope. Okay. 2 is smaller, greater than 1 in terms of slope. So it's going to be A. Okay. A website hosting a service charge business. Hosting service charges businesses, one-time setup fee of $350 plus $D for each month. If a business owner paid $1,010 for the first 12 months, what is the setup fee, including your value of D? Okay, so we have to first do the setup fee minus. I wish I had a calculator next to me. Okay, I was confused. Minus what's our initial setup fee? 350 minus 350, and then you're gonna take 660 and divide it by 12. That's gonna be 55. Okay, so I'll just show you what I did. Essentially, so I took this $1,100. So we can technically write a formula for this. It's 350 plus, in this case, D is D dollars. We don't know that. And I have to multiply the amount of months. So essentially, I just solved this equation. Okay, and I solved for D, and D was 55. Because this is a one-time service fee, and this is for 12 months. Okay. Number 5, after which we'll take a question break. Which of the following inequalities is equal to the inequality above? You see, all of these are multiples of 3. We could just divide everything by 3. So you're going to get 2x minus 3y is greater than 4. Giving our answer B. Okay. Now, any questions from questions 1 through 4? I'll continue. Everyone else, did you guys understand? Yes. Okay. Anyway, yeah, if you want to go over a question, I can definitely do that. Okay. Now we're going over these. The table above shows a summary of 1,200 responses of taking a survey thing. Based on the table, about how many of those get their medical information from either the doctor or the internet. So the doctor or the internet. So we know about 1,200. So we have to add these percentages. Remember, whenever you're multiplying percentages, try to turn them into decimal points, right? So we first add them as decimal points. Okay, and then we have to multiply it by 1,200. 0.76. Multiply that by 1,200, we get, let's see, 0.76 multiplied by 1,200. 912 is gonna be our answer. In fact, I need to do something over here. I have to, let me try if this works. I mean, it's gonna do this, break this out, increase this type size right here, and I'll go, Google has a calculator. There we go. I got a shoot. Let me just, okay, there we go. So I got myself a calculator next to me. That is brilliant. Okay. There you go. There's my calculator. So if I need it, it's there. Cool. Next question. The members of the city council wanted to assess the opinions of the residents, of all city residents, about converting an open field into a dog park. Wonderful. The council surveyed a sample of 50 residents who own dogs. That's already suspicious. Council's asking, should we open a dog park to dog owners? Very, very suspicious. The survey showed that the majority of those sampled were in favor. Obviously, they own dogs. That's obvious. Which of the following is true about the city's council survey? It was bad. Let's see. It shows that the majority. No. Not. I mean, like, unless if every single one of those city residents own dogs, then it makes sense. But I'm pretty sure that they don't own dogs. We don't know about that. The survey sample shows they should have included more residents who are dog owners. Definitely not. Definitely not. We do not want more dog owners in our surveys. We want people who don't own dogs too. Want to see what their opinion is. Should have consisted of entirely. No, not necessarily. We should have just completely left the dog owners. If the dog owners were, if there are a lot of dog owners in the city, we have to take their account, their thing into account too. The survey sample is biased, obviously, because it is not representative. Yeah, there we go. Non-city residents, and this is because we can't assume that the whole city is made up of dog owners. Bias is like is unfair, you could say. The survey sample favors one party over the other. So this survey sample basically means like it's favoring the people who own dogs over people who don't own dogs. Okay, that's what biased means. Do you get that? Yeah, okay, cool. The table above shows flavors of vanilla ice cream. Table above shows flavors of ice cream, not vanilla ice cream. Flavors of ice cream and the toppings. Oh God. Give me a second. Disable. Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay, so here, let's start again. The table above shows the flavors of ice cream and the toppings chosen by each people at a party. Each person chose one flavor of ice cream and one topping. Okay, So here are toppings to your ice cream. Of the people who chose vanilla ice cream, what is the fraction of those who chose hot fudge hot fudge as a topping? Okay, so we're only caring about the vanilla. So we're gonna divide it so our denominator, right, our total, is just gonna be the vanilla users. So that's gonna be 13. So off the bat, we can eliminate some stuff. Eliminate 25 and 25. Now we said hot fudge as a, oh, I got 13 from 8 plus 5. Because they said out of the people who chose vanilla, right? Did I make a mistake? We're not dividing. No. It says of the people who chose vanilla, right? So we have to divide it by all the vanilla users. So 8 plus 5 is 8 plus 5 is, give me a second. 8 plus 5 is 13, so that's going to be in our denominator. It's not. Oh, no. We're not dividing it out of hot fudge people. We're dividing it out of vanilla people. Because hot fudge, because they said of the people who chose vanilla, they want hot fudge over all the vanilla users. Do you get that? Okay. So then hot fudge is 8, right? Because we have the hot fudge users. Basically, it's we're gonna do a hot fudge, and we're dividing it by all the vanilla users. Okay. So hot fudge is 8, vanilla is 13. We get 8 over 13 because of the vanilla people who chose vanilla. So that's all the vanilla users, and then you do hot fudge over that. So it's 8 over 13. We get D. Okay. You guys get that? Yeah. If you didn't get that, you could just ask me. I can re-explain it. Yeah, that's no problem. Okay. The total area of a coastal city is 92.1 square miles, of which 11.3 square miles is water. If the city had a population of that many people in the year 2010, the following is closest to the population density in people per square mile of land area of the city at that time. Total area of a coastal city is 92 square miles. So, okay, so I'm pretty sure we don't include the ocean. Okay, we got 92.1 minus 11.3. 92.1 minus 11.3. 80.8. So there we get 80.8. And we have to divide 621K. This is just SAT. Okay, so 621K. 80.8. 6, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, all divided by 80.8. We get some crazy number. They asked for a closest population density. So we get 7,685. 7,690 seems close enough. Should be B. Yeah. Okay, so it should be B for this one. Okay. In these 3 years, Amerigo Vespucci embarked on 2 voyages to the New World. Like, according to Vespucci's letters, the first voyage lasted 43 days longer than the second voyage, and the total voyages had a combined total of 1,003 days. How many days did the second voyage last? So, yeah. Was someone talking? No? Okay. So x plus y equals 1,003. X minus y equals 43. Okay. So x is the first voyage, y is the second voyage, right? So both of them combined lasted 1,003 days, and then x lasted 43 days longer than y. So we're trying to solve for y. Okay. So basically, we can just make this negative, make that positive, make this negative. Okay, now do this. We get 2y equals to 1,003 minus 43, or 960. And 960 divided by 2. I think that should give you 420. Let me check. I mean, 465. I don't know what I'm saying. 480. Okay. Okay, so we get B as our answer. Okay, so yeah, we had our checkpoint again. Any questions from 1 through 10? 9, okay. Any other questions?
I'm still confused with number 10.
Number 10, okay.
Yeah.
Any others?
So easy.
Okay. Okay, so let's go to the first 9. Let's start off with 9, and then we'll go to 10. The coastal area of the city is 92.1 square miles, in which 11.3 square miles is water. If the city had a population of that many people in the year 2010, which is a flowing. Okay, so we have to first find the area of the city itself, right? No one lives on water, so we have to get rid of that. We have to subtract it. Yes, 80.8. So that's the amount that people, like, that's the amount of square miles that people live on. Now, what we have to do is we have to take this population, right? Because we want to find the density, population density. So it's each person per square mile area. So this unit tells us what we have to divide about. We have to divide people, right, over the square mile of land area. So we have to divide people, which is 621K, divided by 80.8. Right. And that's what give us our population density. Essentially, just people per square mile, that's population density. So we have to just average it out, you could say. Because then, yeah, okay. Now let's go with 10. So yeah, this Amerigo Vespucci one. So we know that his let's say his first voyage, let's say FV, first voyage, let's label that as X. Let's label second voyage, let's label that as Y, okay? So we know that our first voyage, they said a combined total lasted for 1,003 days. So our first voyage plus our second voyage has to equal 1,003 days. Now we said that the first voyage lasted 43 days longer than the second voyage, right? So if you do X minus Y, that gives us 43. Therefore, that just shows that X is like 43 days longer than Y. Okay. Now I gotta solve the system of equations. So what I did is, if I solve this, I'll be solving for X. I want to solve for Y, however. So what I did is I put a negative up. I just multiplied this bottom equation by a negative. Okay. Then I added them together. So the X's cancel out, and then I got 2Y equals to.
This is too easy.
2, y is equal to 960. And then you do 960 divided by 2, which gives you 480. Did you get that for number 10?
I took photo tomorrow when I was in the hospital. Some stuff. This is stuff.
Did everyone? I mean, did person who asked this question? Did you get that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay. Wait. So what do you like in the second column? What do you convert? Because first y was negative, and then you convert it to positive y.
Yeah, I multiplied it by -1.
Okay.
So I just multiplied this whole because I don't want to solve for x. I wanted to solve for y. So I multiplied everything by -1.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, moving on. For the solution to the equations, what is the value of x minus y? What type of calculators do you all have? What's your model of calculators? Yeah, 84. Others? What's your other models? So you still need to get a calculator for SAT? Not what I'm thinking.
I got 2 gorilla from baby.
Okay. Which one should you buy for the real test? This is the thing. You don't really need using a calculator that can do stuff for you, computations for you. But you should, like, if you want to have an advantage and are willing to spend more for an advantage, right? Willing to spend extra money to have an advantage in doing the in finishing the test, then you should buy the calculators that usually the TI-84 are really good. Now those are expensive calculators, right? But yeah, they're about kind of like these calculators are extremely expensive. 186, I don't know what that is, but 184. But there's some of them like TI-84s. They are usually pretty good. You could try to find them for pretty cheap. Okay, and the cool thing about them is why I asked is that these calculators, they actually have this function, right? Yeah, if your school provides them, then that's good. They actually have this function that lets you solve this for you. You just plug this in and it gives you what x is and it gives you what y is. Right? So usually I'll try to pull up a list. Calculators. No, I'd say TI-84 is the best way to go. But be sure to check it out first. Like try to look at it carefully. It's better. I'd say because the reason is so this is like a cheaper version of like the TI-84 plus CE, and that's this calculator, right? So the reason why I'm telling you is that these calculators have a very special function. There are few special functions. And that is they solve the system of equations for you. So you would have actually finished this question very quickly, insanely quickly. And another thing is that they have this solve function, right? So this is actually what I think this is like one of the most powerful stuff on the calculator. It's just broken. So what you do is you literally just put an equation, right? You put like, let's say x plus 5 equals. You put this in your calculator, and your calculator will solve for x. That's what's crazy about it. That's kind of like the main reason. Like any equation you put, right? Any equation you put, if you like wanted to solve it, it'll solve it for you. That's why I say TI-84s are your, like if you're willing to spend extra money to get an advantage. But if you don't have extra money, then I'd say then just to at least take a normal calculator, because it's not gonna be that much of an advantage, but it's still an advantage if you take a better calculator. But you can still do the test pretty well with a normal calculator. Okay, let's solve this problem. So 7x, yeah, just asking that if, you know, which calculator you have. Let's see. I should have like calculators tips class. You guys just see calculator tips. Okay, so I'm just gonna add the two equations together. I'm gonna make it 13x. Like these questions with a calculator, I could do that because I have those calculators. Let's see. I'll do it some other time. Can we cancel through? Yeah, that's what I did. I canceled 3y. I get 28. Wait, something's wrong. I just realized something was wrong. I was like, this doesn't seem right. It's not canceling out. Okay, we got 13. See, that's the silly mistakes I make. Yeah, so we get 13 over here for, I mean, no, 1 for x. Oh my God. X is 1.